So welcome back to my channel. It feels really good to be back in my normal filming spot in my house. If you guys have noticed, I've been in a different spot in my house, which is upstairs, which is a little bit more quiet and gives me some privacy to be able to film in the summertime when my house is kind of busy with the kids home from school. But today I actually have the whole house to myself. One of my boys is at camp, the other one is out for the day, and my husband is working, and I actually have the day off. I've been working a lot this summer. So today is a rare quiet day in the house, so I'm able to just sit here and be in front of the camera and film this video for you guys, which I'm really excited to talk to you about the August Boxwalla beauty box. But before we get into that, I just wanted to do a little bit of catching up because in my other videos, I wasn't really able to talk to you about my milestone birthday. I turned 50 earlier this month. It's still July. So if you're watching this in the future, I did turn 50 in July, and you know, it's a big birthday. It's a milestone birthday, but surprisingly, I didn't do any freakouts. It was just, you know, it kind of felt like just any other birthday. I was in Southern Oregon with my family. We had an amazing time. We rented a cabin on the river and just enjoyed nature. We were completely off the grid. We had no Wi-Fi. We had no cellular. On my actual birthday, we went to Crater Lake, which was just amazing. I had been there before, but my boys and my husband actually had never been there. So it was really just an incredible trip, just an amazing way to celebrate my birthday. So that's about it. I don't really have anything amazing, you know, philosophical things to say about turning 50. I realized that I've never done one of those Q&A things on my channel, you know, get to know me better or anything like that. So if that is something you might be interested in for me to do a video, a Q&A video, let me know. I don't really know how I would do that. Maybe throw out one of those questionnaire things on, or not a questionnaire, but one of those question things on Instagram, or have you guys you know, ask me questions down below on a video, but I'm sure I will figure out how to do that. But if you are interested in one of those Q&A videos, please let me know. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the products for the August Boxwalla Beauty Box. And I keep looking down here because of course I've got notes. I never want to leave out important information for you guys. So the theme of the box is Secret Symphony of Skincare. The box is worth $180 and the brand featured is Heart of Gold. And the formulator is Ali Draizin. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing her name right, but it is spelled D-R-A-I-Z-I-N. So I think it's Draizin, and she's actually located here in Portland. I have had her skincare in the past, but it has been years and years. And I think most of the products that I have used in the past are no longer available. I was looking on her website. I think there's maybe one product that I've used in the past. I think it's her Tara. It's like a red Tara mask or something like that, which is really nice, and that's still available. I really like that, but I think most of the products that I've tried in the past are no longer available. I think she's continually, you know, changing formulations, bringing out new products. So anyway, I can't really speak much to any of her other products except for the 3 that are in this box. So the first product I'm going to talk about is the Sea Change Cleansing Balm. And you can see that the packaging is the glass, you know, the Myron glass jars, very weighty, very lovely. And this is described as going on like butter and rinsing off like a cleansing milk. And I do agree that it rinses off like a cleansing milk, but you'll see here that it's very stiff. It's very hard. Like I'm putting a lot of pressure on there. So to get the product out, you've got to dig your fingernail in there, which I have to say, from the get-go, I wasn't super crazy about that. I didn't really love that I've got to like scrape it off that hard. So I grabbed a spatula that I already have in my collection. I have got a ton of these. So I kind of think that it probably should have come with a spatula that you could use, because I don't know if everybody has a bunch of these laying around. But anyway, what I prefer to do is use this to scrape it off. And like I said, you've got to really dig in there hard. And then I use maybe a little bit more than this. I just don't want to waste it. So I use about this size amount, maybe a little bit more, and then take it off. And then you've got to really, really warm it up in your hands. And then you can rub it all over your face. And then I would say at that point, it becomes soft enough to really be able to massage it. So it's not like you can just dip your hands in it and then you have a smooth, buttery balm. You do have to put a little bit of work into it. It's not like it's that big of a deal, but I just don't want you thinking, you know, if you're not already signed up for the box and you're kind of wondering what the consistency is, it's not like you can just smoothly dip your finger in and it's like butter. That's not how it is. You've really got to work to get it out, which is fine. You know, just wanted to let you know that. But once you get it out and once you warm it up in your hands and kind of melt it and warm it up, then it's like butter, and then you massage it into your skin. So just wanted to give you guys that caveat in terms of the experience of the product. So then once you have it on your skin and you've got it melted down and it's all nice and warm, it really does provide for a very beautiful massage. It feels really good on the skin. It smells really nice. It smells kind of like a very sort of like earthy chamomile. It is very chamomile forward for sure. There's something also kind of interesting in here that kind of reminds me of banana bread. I cannot figure it out, and I'll talk about the ingredients. I think there might be an ingredient in there that I've never experienced before that for some reason kind of reminds me of banana bread. It doesn't really smell like bananas per se, but I don't know. There's something like once I start rubbing it in my hands and I apply it to my face, it just kind of has that sense of like banana bread baking in my kitchen. I cannot explain it, but it's nothing negative. It smells really amazing and I love it. So it's sort of like eating banana bread with a cup of tea. That's the experience that it reminds me of. So once it's on your face, you can massage it in. It feels really beautiful. It actually does a really nice job of melting off SPF and makeup. And then it does it just like it described, it rinses off like a cleansing milk. So it is really beautiful on that end, and it's just a really nice experience in terms of rinsing off makeup. I really like to use it at nighttime if I don't have a whole lot of makeup on. And yeah, so I feel like it's been good as I use it as a first cleanse. And then if I feel like I need a little bit more, I'll go in like with the Tata Harper Regenerating Cleanser. You guys know that I love that. So in terms of the ingredients, it has moringa and meadow foam oils. I really love meadow foam oil. And then it also has shea butter in it. And then it has something called sal butter, which comes from the shala tree, which is native to India. And sal butter is high in oleic fatty acid. It has phytoesterols in it. And I had never heard of sal butter before. And from the research that I did, a lot of people compare it to cocoa butter. They do say that it has a pretty neutral scent, but I'm kind of wondering if maybe the sal butter has a little bit of like that banana bread smell to it. I have no idea. Maybe that's kind of what I'm getting a sense of. I don't know. It also has fennel seed oil, grapefruit oil, chamomile oil, and those are going to help balance the sebum, calm inflammation, and it's going to also help move lymph and help decrease puffiness. So then it's going to be great for the massage. And you can also use this as a moisturizing mask. I haven't done that yet, but I really feel like that would be a great way to use it. I am pretty liberal with the amount that I use for my cleanser, so I kind of feel like I won't use this as a moisturizing mask because I want this to last as much as possible. But yeah, I do think this using this as a moisturizing mask is a fantastic idea. So overall, this is a big hit for me, although I kind of do wish it was a little bit softer. I wish I didn't really have to dig it out or, you know, scrape it with a spatula so hard to get it out. It would be kind of nice to be able to use my finger a little bit more softly to remove the product. But again, I'm not a formulator. I don't know what it would take to do that. I don't know if you'd have to use more of the emulsifier to do that. And I'm not necessarily a huge fan of necessarily needing more emulsifier to make that happen. So, you know, it's not a deal breaker for me, but I just wanted to give you guys the heads up so that you know what the experience entails in terms of, you know, getting the product out of the jar. So let's move on to the Modern Love Gommage gel. This too is in the Myron glass jar. And what this is similar to, if you know about the Ayuna, I can't even remember what the name of it is, but there was an Ayuna product that was, I think, in a Beauty Heroes box that I think, I don't know if it's their essence, but it's a mask that you put on or a gel that you put on, and then you massage it off, and then it kind of gets peeled off. And what I did was I did a video comparing the Ayuna Gommage treatment to the Monyo Gommage treatment, which is a lot less expensive. And so I'll do a card if you want to check out that video that compares those two products. So I will kind of compare this product to those two as well in my experience. So this one retails for $66. I don't know, I don't think this is on the website yet. I think this might be an exclusive right now for Boxwalla. I don't know when Allie's gonna have this available on her website, but this is what it looks like. So you can kind of see that it's a little bit on the runny side, so I don't want to tip it over. And I'm going to use the other end of the spatula to pull it out so you can kind of see the texture. So it is kind of runny. And what you want to do is just use a thin layer and spread that over your face. And then you let it dry for 30 seconds to a minute. And we'll try this. I'll see if I can show you how it works. You just let it dry, and then what you're gonna do is you kind of massage it off, and then the gel kind of peels off, and then along with it, your dead skin cells peel off, or I don't know, dead skin peels off with it. So that's how it works. So it's actually like a mechanical exfoliation. You can also use this as a moisture mask, so you apply it thicker, and then, or a thicker layer, and then you remove it with a warm washcloth after about 5 to 15 minutes. So I'm gonna let this dry here for a little bit as I talk to you about my experience, and we'll also talk about ingredients. So as far as a gommage treatment, it definitely wasn't as satisfying as either the Monyo or the Ayuna. If you watched that video where I compared the two, I definitely am a big fan of the Monyo because it doesn't have a scent, and it's also way less expensive than the Ayuna one. The Monyo for me is kind of like the holy grail. It works so well. The peeling is so satisfying, and the ingredients are really good. You get a huge amount for the price, and I just feel like the Ayuna one is like, it's just super expensive. I don't really like the smell. So between those two, the Monyo is just, it far exceeds the Ayuna for me personally. So like I said, with the Monyo, the gommage, the peeling is just very satisfying. So it's kind of like, you kind of like get these little pills, and it's just really, like I said, it's just a very satisfying experience. So in comparison, the Heart of Gold Gommage just did not have the same effect. I felt like as I was peeling it off, it just didn't do the same, it didn't have the same amount of gommage as compared to the Monyo. It kind of just like, it's sort of rolled off, but it just, there wasn't as many peels. It's just kind of hard to explain, but it just wasn't as satisfying. And in the end, it also didn't seem like it left my skin as smooth or as quite as exfoliated as my skin feels after the Monyo. But you know, just didn't quite live up to my expectations of what the gommage treatment should have done for me. I decided to use it as a moisture mask. And so I used a very liberal amount, you know, because it does say to use a thick layer. So I put a thick layer of the Modern Love on my face. And what I like to do is I like to mask in the bath. So then I got in the bathtub, and I would say I was probably in there, and then I started to watch a little YouTube video. So the YouTube video was running for about 3 minutes. So I think I'd probably had the mask on for about 5 minutes, and I had to get it off my face because my face really started to sting and was really uncomfortable. So I got out of the bathtub, I rinsed it off, and my face was red. It wasn't like bright red. It wasn't scary. It didn't freak me out or anything. I knew that the redness was going to go down, you know, probably within 20 minutes or half an hour. So like I said, I wasn't freaked out, but it was so, like, the burning was so uncomfortable that it makes me not want to use the product again for a long stretch of time. So this takes me to the ingredients, and I just cannot figure out what ingredient in here would have caused the discomfort and the burning. So the first ingredient's water. Then it's colloidal silver. I looked up colloidal silver. I just do not feel like colloidal silver would have caused the irritation. I've used colloidal silver before in other mists, like the, what is it, the Amly. The Amly mist is the one that is high in silver. Then the next ingredient is, I believe this is a preservative, the radish root ferment, lactobacillus coconut extract. I think those three combined. I think that's a relatively new preservative that Green Beauty is using. So I don't think it's any of those, because actually this preservative is used in the next ingredient, the next product that I'm going to be talking to you about, which is giving me no problems. There's Tulsi extract in there. In the Modern Love, which Tulsi I've had in other products, and that's been fine. Manuka honey, that doesn't cause me any issues. There's carob, could be the carob. There's holly extract. I guess it could be holly. I don't know if I've ever used holly before. There's fig extract. I guess maybe it could be an allergy to fig. I'm not sure. I know it's not matcha. I know it's not citrus oil. I know it's not potassium sorbate. And I know it's not the jasmine absolute, which I have to tell you, there is the jasmine sambac in here. So the scent in here is just fantastic. I absolutely love it. And then there's bergamot EO in here, and I know it's not that. So I'm not exactly sure what ingredient in here is causing me that irritation. I'm just not positive. So I think it might be dose related, because when I had just the thin layer on, it didn't cause me any problems. So I think what I might do is maybe not use it as a gommage, because here, I've left enough time that we can do the peel. So you'll see there's, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you this. You can kind of see there's some little peels happening, like there's one right there, but it's just not, I don't know. I feel like I'm having to rub a little too hard to make the peeling happen. And like with the Manyo, the peeling just is sort of like, it's almost like erasers, like you're erasing, and it's just so satisfying, and it comes off so easily, and it makes, I don't know, it's like the softest my skin ever feels when I use that. So this, I don't know, it's just not really happening for me. I'm gonna give it one more shot, because like I said, I love the scent. It seems like most of the ingredients should be fine. So I'm gonna give it one more try, and then, you know, if it just doesn't work out, then it was a product that just wasn't meant to be for me. So that's it on the Modern Love Gommage. Now, let's talk about the superstar product for me that actually just completely took me by surprise. And this is the Sweet Briar Hydrating Nectar. And this is a good size bottle. I don't have the exact ounces. Oh no, wait, I do. It is 1.7 ounce. So a nice size bottle here. And this retails for $70. And this is the hydrating serum slash moisturizer. It can be used in many different ways. It can just be used solo as a moisturizer, like after you apply a serum. So if you have very oily skin, or I would say if you live in like a very humid, muggy climate and you don't want a heavy moisturizer, this would be fantastic. You can also mix it with an oil and kind of create your own customized emulsion. You can create your own serum, and you could use one pump of this and mix it with any kind of hydrosol, hydrolat, and create your own serum. You could also use it as a mask, so you could put about 7 pumps and put that on your clean skin, and you can use it up to 8 hours, and they suggest that you could use that for a plane flight. I have a plane flight coming up in August, so I'm definitely going to try that. And yeah, I just am like completely in love with this stuff. Like I said, I wasn't really expecting a whole lot from it. Just kind of looking at their ingredient list, I was like, oh yeah, there's nice ingredients in here. You know, it doesn't look like anything crazy special, except for one ingredient that I'd never heard of and never really paid that much attention to, and that's D-ribose. But let's go ahead and talk about the ingredients. So here's pretty much the bulk of it. Rose hydrolat, aloe vera juice, so of course aloe vera juice, a nice lovely humectant. Here's the radish root ferment, lactobacillus coconut extract, preservative combo. Not causing me any problems in this formula, so I don't think that's what's causing me problems in the Modern Love Gommage. There's also meadow foam seed oil in here, which is going to give you nice deep protective nourishment. There's wild rose extract, black currant, and juneberry in here, which is going to help calm redness, decrease inflammation, and it's going to help support lymphatic flow. Now, This I think might be the superstar ingredient, and this is the D-ribose, which is a naturally occurring carbohydrate that increases cell metabolism and stimulates collagen synthesis. So when I read about that in the card, where's my card? Anyway, I don't know what I did with my card, but when I read about that on the description card that Boxwalla sends out, I was like, oh yeah, that sounds nice. Then I started using this, and I'll show you what it looks like. So that's what this sort of serum emulsion moisturizer hybrid looks like. So you can see it's very thin. So, you know, read about the D-ribose on the product description card, looked at the rest of the ingredients. So I was like, yeah, okay, sounds nice. I guess I'll, you know, of course I'm gonna give it a try. Used it for a few days, absolutely loved how it felt on my skin, loved how my skin looked afterwards. And then I was like, you know, maybe I'm gonna check out what this D-ribose stuff is all about. And then I actually started, and I think I was at work, so I was able to go on to, you know, I could access the medical journals, and lo and behold, all the journals were talking about how the D-ribose does increase cell metabolism and increases collagen. I was like, I guess there's really science and, you know, studies to back up this D-ribose stuff. So I don't know, there's really some kind of magic in this, and you can just kind of see how it's made my skin look a little bit just plumper, little illuminating. It doesn't quite have that same illuminating property as Potency. I think with Potency, it kind of gives me a little bit more of like that illuminating glow. That is sort of like a combination of skincare and almost like makeup in a way, kind of like glow enhancing. This I think is just like pure skincare, just really makes my skin feel just like so moisturized and kind of plumping as well. I don't know, I really like it. I feel like this is gonna be just a really nice staple to have year round. I have not tried it under my eyes. They say that you can also use it as an under eye serum. So I think that it's just going to be a really nice staple to have, because also the bottle's bigger and it's also less expensive. And the reason why I'm talking about Potency is because if you saw my review of Potency, you know how much I absolutely fell in love with it. And that was from the Clean Beauty box in June, and they sold out lightning fast. So if you didn't get your hands on Potency, I would definitely say that this is a good alternative. And I think this is just a really interesting multi-use product. So I'm really looking forward to, like I said, trying it as a mask on an airplane, because I'm not really into, you know, sheet masks and doing all kinds of, you know, crazy things on an airplane that would maybe call attention to myself. I like to fly under the radar, so to speak, when I'm on an airplane. So what I've been using on airplanes is the January Labs, their lactic acid moisturizing mask, because that I can just put in my hand really, you know, without anybody noticing, and I can kind of like pat it on my skin. And I feel like I could probably do the same thing with this. I don't know if I would take this full thing on the airplane with me, but I could probably decant it into like a little jar and take that on the plane with me. So I think I'm gonna try that for our upcoming travels in August. So yeah, I just can't say enough good things about this. This was, like I said, a sleeper hit for me in this box. I'm really glad to have discovered it. So thank you to the Boxwalla for sending that to me. So even though the Modern Love didn't really work out for me, I wouldn't say it was the biggest hit for me, I still feel like this box is amazing, because as you know, I've been saying the Sweet Briar Hydrating Nectar, huge hit for me. Really love this one. And I do really love the cleansing balm. I think this is really a beautiful product. Even though you do need to dig it out with some kind of a spatula or your fingernail, that's not a deal breaker for me. I really do like it, and I'm definitely gonna not have any kind of a problem using this up. And I'm still gonna give the Modern Love a try. I'm gonna use it as a very thin layer moisturizing mask. I'll let you know in the future if that ends up working out. So I do believe you have until August 1st to sign up for this box. If that changes, I will definitely let you know in the description bar below. Sometimes the dates do change. Sometimes Lavanya does extend those dates. So I will keep you aware of that either here on Instagram. But as far as it goes, I do think it is August 1st for now. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have any questions about these products, please do let me know, you know, especially about ingredients. If I didn't cover anything that you do have a specific question about, please do let me know below. And as far as my next video goes, that's probably going to be the Clean Beauty box. I don't think I can reveal that until August 5th, so I probably won't be posting another video until that time. I don't know if I'm going to be able to film another video between now and posting that one. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a fantastic summer. Thank you so much again for watching, and I will see you in that next video. Bye.